the grab bag?
Golan and the giant rat stared at each other for a moment before the rat turned back to claw at the door. Golan's mind was slowly becoming clearer and clearer. He knew that if he didn't do anything, that rat would claw through that door and get to those kids. And his kid was in there, the one who took care of him and fed him. So Golan walked closer to the rat. It turned again, screeched loudly, and charged at him. Golan quickly grabbed at the rat and threw him. The creature slammed into the wall and got back up and charged once more, even faster. Golan tried to hop, but he was too big for the hallway. He smacked into the ceiling. So he had to fight on the ground. The creature burrowed into him, smacking him back. Golan reached forward and pushed and shoved the rat away, knocking him back. There was something on the wall nearby. It was red. It looked like he could use it. Golan grabbed it and picked it up. It was a fire extinguisher, but he didn't know what it was. He just slammed it down into the creature. The rat screeched and clawed at him, and he just smacked him again and again and again until the creature laid on the ground, bleeding out. Golan turned and looked at the door. There was claw marks all the way through, but at least nobody seemed to be hurt. The big letter G over his eye was easily visible, even more so now that he had transformed. Chris saw that and was like, "That's Golan. What's going on?" Golan didn't understand. He heard more screeching. There was more creatures. He knew that the kids were not going to be safe if they stayed where they were, and they needed to leave. So he came over to the door, and he looked at Chris and blinked a few times, trying to convey a message for him to leave. Chris stopped and looked at the teacher. "I think we have to go." "Go where?" "What's going? We have to stay safe. If we get out of here, there could be..." Sirens were blaring, alarms, horrible noises, screams. Golan was turning his head left and right, trying to see what was going on. Noises from outside, and a lot of them. "We have to find safety, and staying here isn't safe." "Well, I'm not leaving this place. And I don't think you should either." Chris walked up to the door and opened it. "I'm going. You guys can all stay here, or you can come with me." Golan looked at Chris again and held out a hand. Chris took it, and the two of them started walking down the hallway. The other kids stayed with the teacher. Only Chris had left. "Golan, we need to go home." The giant just simply nodded, and they walked out of the building. Outside, it was chaos. There were large animals running around all over the place. Some of them were being violent. Chris climbed up onto Golan's back, and Golan started to run. But it didn't take very long before one of the other creatures came up. This giant, elongated, snake-like creature with arms slithered out from the side of a building, and it screeched, giving out a weird hissing noise that completely did not sound natural.